The Oyo State Independent Electoral Commission, OYSIEC, has on Sunday announced the results of the council poll declaring candidate of the People's Democratic Party winner of all 33 local government areas. The local government election, which was conducted across the geopolitical zone of the state, was reportedly shadowed by allegations of irregularities and marred by widespread violence and intimidation, which led to the PDP winning the polls.
The African Action Congress Party and the APC have rejected the results, accusing the state electoral body and the PDP of orchestrating a show of shame and a monumental electoral heist that should not be acknowledged by well-meaning Nigerians. We're joined this morning by Femi Adeyeye, who's the National Publicity Secretary, African Action Congress. Good morning, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me. Good morning, Nigerians.
Good to have you. Well, many people, aren't necessarily shocked, with the way that the elections have been run in Nigeria for a long time. The incumbent party always sweeps local government elections, and it's pretty much the same thing that's happened in Oyo State. So what exactly, would you point out as, the reasons why you are rejecting the way that the elections were handled by INEC and, of course, maybe also by the PDP?
All right, thank you very much. Let me make a very declarative statement at the beginning of this conversation, which is that there was no election. What happened that I monitored alongside many of our comrades and our members and even the people of Oyo State is a clear, broad daylight robbery of the will of the people. So what happened on Saturday is simple put as electoral heist. That was what happened. In different places where we were expecting the elections to happen, PDP agents in a particular case was the one doing the work of the Oyo State's Independent Electoral Commission, that's OYSIEC. In many places, electoral materials were not brought there at all. I can tell you for some of the places where we participated, like Gelu Ward, Akinyele, local government. I can tell you about Joe. I can tell you about different places where we monitored on that day. You would just see that what's happening is a clear state capture by the Hagodi Emperor called Seyi Makinde. These guys are not interested in local government autonomy. They are not interested in conducting elections. And we would have loved if he had come out to say, see, I'm not conducting anything. I just want to write names of some of my thugs who would then be councillors, who would be local government chairmen, instead of organizing with the state's resources, the resources of Oyo State people, organizing this charade. This is a simple sham. In places we had people, if you can, assure them that you're voting for the PDP, you will get as much as 10 ballot papers. We have this evidence, it's on social media. This particular unit is called IDC unit at Lagelu local government. It was 10 ballot papers per person. If you can assure them that you are voting for the PDP. Away from there at Akinyele local government, it's the same thing. In different places,
but did you through your investigation, let me just clarify.
Organizing an election.
Can you hold on?
What happened is a coalition between OYSIEC and PDP thugs that were sponsored by Seyi Makinde to organize this sham. So that's why we are against this.
Kindly hold on. I just want to clarify, right? With the accusations that you're making, do you have evidence? Were there any videos, pictures taken by your agents or by members of your party?
I didn't get that.
I'm asking, the claims that you are making, do you have pictorial evidence? Were any videos made? Because you're saying now that if you claim to be voting for the PDP, you can get as much as 10 voting papers, put in. So do you have any actual evidence?
Yes. Even as I speak to you, we have a video where we captured a PDP agents pasting voters register, which should actually be the work of the OYSIEC staff at a particular unit, Unit 15, Lagelu local government, Ward 1. They came there with the ballot papers that are not related to that particular unit. They brought that of Unit 13, and for over 5 hours, both the PDP were delaying the whole thing. And those places were the stronghold of the African National Congress. They knew all of this. Aside this, right on the day of election, the chairman of the party, Kayode Babayomi, and also a comrade of ours, Ayodeji Ajilore, were arrested by the police, detained, brutalized by a particular DPO of Sonyo police station. On an election day, the leader of an opposition party was arrested, was handcuffed, was assaulted. Then you have the video, and that's why I think the media also should do all of this work. It shouldn't be coming from us that there was no election. The media who were on ground on that day themselves know that many of these things are true, and there was no election in Oyo State. So it is what has happened is a testament to some of the things we've been saying. That many of these governors are not interested in democracy. They do not understand democracy. They do not appreciate it as the best form of governance. Because all they want to do is to continue to hold on to power, and they are scared. If Seyi Makinde is so sure that he had ruled or governed Oyo State so well for the last 5 years, he should allow a free and fair and transparent.
Having said all that you said,
he shouldn't bring in talks. He shouldn't.
Having said all that you've said now,
but what has happened is that
can you please
they are not sure of what they've done.
All right, having said all you said, right? You said there are no elections. What is your ask? And do you see that happening?
What
are you asking for? Are you asking for?
We're asking So we had a press conference after the sham, before they started releasing results. And it will shock you that in places where the African National Congress did not even contest at all, that we had no candidates, we were being allocated figures because we understand that this is the real opposition party in the state. I can tell you for Egbeda local government, we saw some figures there, but we didn't contest there. We saw from Ibarapa Central local government. We didn't contest there. So what we are asking, number one, is for the arrests of the DPO who made sure that this election did not even take place at all. That's the DPO of Sonyo police station who assaulted the party chairman in the state. That's number one. Number two, on the general note, is that this sham that was conducted on Saturday should be cancelled outrightly, because this is not an election. Both the old, the young, the aged, everybody in Oyo State saw the broad daylight robbery that happened on Saturday, just because these guys are scared of what was coming from them. And we were ready. We told them that you cannot steal the mandate of the African National Congress and go to sleep. This is not eyes on the judiciary. We have eyes on the streets, and we will also take you to court. And that is what is happening. So we are calling for the cancellation of this whole sham, because I don't want to call it an election, because it falls short of all the standards of what a pure, a transparent, or fair electoral process should be, where you have election irregularities, where you have ballot papers being stuffed into a box. For media people who were with us that day, because we were moving around with some of them, you would walk into a unit and you would just find 5 people. But when you look at the ballot box, it is already stuffed with papers.
All right, we've run out of time. We've run out of time for this conversation.
A councillor let me add this. Let me quickly add this. In a place like Akinyele, a councillor under the PDP had 66,000 votes. But President Tinubu in that same local government, had 20,000 votes. Even Seyi Makinde himself had 30,000. So what happened? That must be some abracadabra or some kind of mathematics.
All right, as quickly as possible, in 10 seconds. In 10 seconds.
Like the Seyi Makinde, and they need to be stopped.
All right, in 10 seconds, this is pretty much a yes or no answer. Having said all this, you've called for what you want. Do you see this happening? What you've asked for, do you see it happening? Hello, are you there with us? All right, it seems that we have lost.
Let's walk. I can hear you now.
Yes, I said as quickly as possible. Yes or no?
I can
Do
hear
you
you
see
now.
this happening? You've asked that it be, you've made some requests. Do you see this request being granted?
No, as I speak to you, no, we are not seeking permission for any of.
Okay, but do you see it happening?
As I speak to you, a protest is going to take place this morning. A massive protest by the Oyo State people is going to take place this morning at Total Gardens. And it will be marching down to the Oyo State Secretariat. We told them that if you do this fraud that you want to do, you will not sleep. So we are not asking them out of their magnanimity to allow us or to say yes or no. What we are saying is that we're going to force them to do the right thing.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be following up with the updates regarding the elections and even the protests. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right.